So, in the book of Daniel, it shows that the king Nebuchadnezzar had dreams, visions of dreams in his mind, dreams of visions, visions of the dreams in his mind. And the visions also troubled him too. And he had no one to interpret his dream. I always have a hard time saying that word. Interpreter. Interpreter, whatever. He had no one. The astrologers, the all the magicians, the sorcerers, soothsayers, they could not interpret the dream that God has given him. So he sought out a man of God who was able to interpret that dream. And so he did. And Daniel gave him the answers. And I just want to show you something on how God changes people's hearts. God can change your heart for good. God can change your heart for bad. God can change your heart so that way you know that the Lord is the Most High God who rules in the heavens in the kingdom of men. God can change your heart. He can take you as a king, bring you down, and make you grow bird's claws and eagle feathers up and out of your human body, and then give that knowledge back to you that this is the Most High God that you're messing with, and then make that person worship him, and then that his knowledge was sent back to him. And then he returned back to a normal human after God changed his heart from being a beast, an animal in the field, grass, eating grass like an oxen and wild. So I just want to show it to you. God changes people's hearts. God is in control of every heart. Okay, God is in control of your heart. God is in control of my heart. Every word that comes out of my heart, it comes from God. It comes from what he puts in my heart. And if it's like that for me, it's like that for all of you. And that's also why I can also see certain things. I can see certain things that are in people's hearts. For an example, the Lord showed me hypocrisy. I can see hypocrisy in people. Well, if they're saying something and then they're contradicting and going against what they just said, like I can see that. I can see the hypocrite in them. They're playing the instrument of the hypocrite and I can see it in them. And I can see pervertedness in them. I can see them twisting the scriptures because they don't understand the word, so they twist it. They twist it and they pervert it, making it into something that it shouldn't be, something that it is not, perverting the grace of God. Um, I can see pridefulness, haughtiness in people. Um, I can see some people's sins. Um, I can perceive these things, and I can tell if you are a real believer or if you are an unbeliever. Even if you say that you are a believer, I can tell that your heart is really an unbeliever. I can tell that you do not have the word of God in you. I can tell that by the words that you are speaking, the word of truth is not in you. I can see that you are deceived. I can see that you are falsehood. I can see a lot of things that the Lord has given me. But the main thing here is that God changed the king's heart. He was a human king, and then he went and turned into a beast. How God wanted to change his heart into a beast with what? Eagle feathers and long nails and claws. And then he was eating grass in the field with the beast. So that tells me that the king was made into a beast, like Satan. Satan is a king, and the prince of the power of the air turned into a beast. But check this out. God is in him. Jesus is in him. God is in that beast. Jesus is in that beast that he changed the heart of and created feathers and talons and claws of. So that's a different perspective, but it's true. So another thing is that people think that they can interpret dreams. Okay, they think that because they read the Bible verse and they hear a little bit of it, maybe, that they can interpret your dreams. but really they cannot. Okay, because when Joseph went kidnapped and stolen and sold and then into a dungeon by the will of God, God caused that to happen. God is the one who gave him the dream interpretation. And when the Pharaoh butler's dreams were exposed, everything had its meaning. It was like 3 baskets meant three, like, it wasn't even 3 baskets, I don't think, but it was like a basket or something meant 3 days. A basket on top of your head meant 3 days. And then, like, something else meant 3 branches. So, like, no, if you're not dream interpreting like how Joseph did, then you do not have dream interpretation at all. If I give you a dream and tell you, oh yeah, the Lord gave me a dream about teaching. I was standing here teaching somewhere and I had a whole crowd around me. Okay, and the person says, yeah, that God is calling you to be a teacher. He's calling you to be a teacher. Okay, that's obvious, okay? But no. Symbols, things in a dream, it means something else than what you actually even see it to be or to believe it to be. So, like many of my dreams, if I've had things in there, it actually means something else that I don't even know what it means. So, and God's dreams, it causes troubles. It makes your mind troubled, or it makes your mind troubled. It makes you troubled and troubled for some reason. It just makes the king was troubled by the visions and thoughts that came upon his head on his bed. He was troubled by them. That's the power of God for some reason. Then he told Daniel, don't be troubled. Don't let the dream trouble you. Because it troubled him because he was troubled. But Joseph or Daniel was not trouble. So don't let the dream trouble you because you are not trouble. For it is the king who was troubled. And he was troubled by the thoughts and visions of his dream. This just came in the middle of nowhere. So I just had to go with the flow. I'm just going with the flow on where the Lord takes me with his spiritual waters and his spiritual winds. I have no control over it. By word, by deed, by thing, by anything I say or do, it is all controlled by the Lord, by his will. And in my life, it sucks right now, but I'm believing that it's going to get better. So, yes.